Okay, people, I'm back in for another video. And I hope you enjoy this. I got one question to start out this video with you all. One question. What do you consider an upgrade for your motorcycle or your vehicle? I mean, what do you consider to be an upgrade? Do you consider a wrap on your car being an upgrade? You know, a paint job, new rims on your car, these types of things. What do you consider to be an upgrade? Well, I'll tell you what I think an upgrade is. Anything that would enhance the performance of your car or motorcycle is considered for me an upgrade. Now, an upgrade is not only to increase the speed of the car, it can also be to stop that car, upgrading your brakes and stuff like this. These are upgrades. Now, this upgrade is neither. It's not doing anything for the performance, and it's not doing anything for stopping the vehicle or motorcycle. It's for visibility. And that's the biggest deal I have with my motorcycle. I got this, the bike is kind of custom, and so they did some headlight work, and it's got this LED light that's it's a square light. So when it's illuminated, it shows the perimeter is bright and there's a dark spot in the center. So I need some light. So that's what brings me here today. The visibility. So I started hunting around. So I came across this product that I'm about to unbox for you right now. But that's going to be one more delay. As you can see in the left corner of your page, I have an Ultimate Dad Jokes book. I picked this book up from Dewey's Bakery. It had it on the shelf somewhere in there, and I said, oh, that's cool. Not only I thought the book was cool just to even say dad jokes, it was that the book was well made. So I picked it up. I said, I just want to have it just for giggles, right? But the book is it's well made. You see that? It's a well made book. So I'm gonna just just read one so y'all can see how corny these dad jokes are. So let's go random. Boom, right here, bam. Says, what did the snail riding on the turtle back say? And right here, it says, wee! Well, that's a dad joke for you. How does a farmer keep track of his cattle? With a calculator. Wow. Do you see this? Do you see what they think of us? They think we're that corny, right? So there we go with that, man. So there you go, your ultimate dad jokes. But let's get into this bag. And I'm going to choose violence with this bag. I'm not going to use a blade. I'm going to rip this bag off so you can see. Here we go. Voila. Can y'all see this? And I'm going to screw that name up. I'm sure of it. But it says KEWIG Motorcycle Auxiliary LED Lights, 6,000 lumens, universal adjustment, intelligent switch, easy to install. That's remained to be seen, but I'm not an idiot, so I think I'll figure it out. So this kit has some great reviews on it. And of course you research and you look as best you can and see what others think about it. And people and what I've seen and the reflection of this light, the light changes from an amber to a white, and it's got both low lights and high beam on each one. It also does a strobe, like where it'll flash and stuff like that. If you get into some in an issue where you hazardous weather or something like that, or you break down and you want to get someone's attention, it does the flashing lights for you. It says it's 60 watts, yellow and white dual light. And it also, it is rain resistant, water resistant, and all of that. So it says, it's got this optical lens, low beam, does not affect the safety of driving on the opposite side of the road. So with it on low light, if you adjust the lights right, which I plan on taking some time to make sure that I adjust the lights correctly, it shouldn't affect the drivers that's coming towards you or anything like that if you got them set it right. I'm kind of like set it where to hit about, if I'm behind you, it hit right there at the trunk level of your car. So that's kind of how I'm going to set it. But I'm looking forward to this. This video is probably going to be a quite a long one, because I'm not going to give it to you just with this unboxing. I'm going to show you what it's like after I install. We're going to open this box up and see the contents of the box and see what we got in here. And then I'm going to close out this portion of the video and we're going to go into installation. I want to cut my finger off there. Come on, baby. Okay. We got instructions here, the manual, user manual, and it's going to tell you everything you need to know. I suggest that you don't just, some people just throw stuff like this, man. Keep this, because it'd be little nuggets of information. You think you know it all, but you don't. So keep this in case a question arises. You ain't trying to call nobody. You can probably look at the manual and get the instructions that you need right there. Okay. All right, this is the housing. This is your connections right here. Positive, negative connections. It's got a switch there for your switch when you go to your high beams and everything. That's what that's for. And look how small these are to my hands. And listen, I don't have huge hands. It just be seeming like it, but I don't. Okay, and but these are quite solid. I wish y'all can hear the metal of this. Watch it. That's like metal. It's not a plastic, man. It's quality. And that lens right there, man, it'll take a chip from a rock off the road. Y'all see the inside of that light? Oh yeah, this is going to be great, man. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. This is one of probably the best upgrades that I decided to do with this bike. Not some stupid, all the other little stuff like I did when I was down at Myrtle Beach. I did put some color lights on it and stuff like that. It's cool to look at. It's the colorful, kids, young people like it, all that. But for me, it's all about visibility. My helmets, all of that is about visibility. These are stuff to wrap around your crash bars and stuff like this so you can hang your lights. I mean, they got everything you need in here. Bolts, hardware is in here. Hardware, Loctite, right? Adhesive. So once you lock it in place, you got, and all these kind of adjustments that keep it any way you want to hang this thing, you can hang it. I think it's got like a hardware for your switches. Like one of these mounts on here is good for hanging it around your mirror, and it's right there. It'll be right there at your thumb. Like when you're on the throttle, it'll be right there on your thumb there. So Allen wrenches to fit your bolts and stuff. They even throw you in some zip ties. You know what I mean? So when you're routing your wire through the side of your engine and stuff, you can zip tie your stuff off. They got you everything that you need. I think it's beautiful. I think it's wonderful. And I can't wait to do this. So There's gonna be some breaking down of the motorcycle. I'm gonna be taking the tank off and try to run it out the way. I want this to be as inconspicuous as I possibly can. It's gonna take me a little time. I might get started on it today. I just got off work and decided to jump into this video and see what I can get. See what I can do with this video right quick for you all. So that's what I'm doing right now. But these are the motorcycle auxiliary lights. And they cost me about, I think I paid about like 120 something, 130 after taxes and stuff for this kit. You know, but I think it was pretty good compared to some of them that runs you to 300 and plus. I mean, I'm sure some that's closer to, you know, 300, 400, 500 bucks. But this is a quality, is not that big. I can tuck it in just about anywhere and make it happen. So there we go. So we're gonna move on to, I'm gonna show you after I take my tank off. I'll probably video after I take my tank off my bike and stuff like that. I can't show you every step for step, but I'm gonna take you along as much as I can. Yo, I did a thing. I can't, you know how us dudes are. We can't leave well enough alone, right? So, well, I had a brand new lithium battery that I had in the closet. I bought it for my old bike, my R1 that I got put up. I got 2000. Bought that battery a while ago. It's brand new. So I said, let me hook it up and just see what the lights do. So let me try to show you some of what it does. These are the switches. I got it hooked up to the battery. Give you some, see how bright them things are? Oh my God, that's blinding. White lights and switches. See that? You double tap them and it'll go through a cycle like that. Double tap them again and go back to solid. Switch them by one tap. That's up top, this top switch. Go down low. You can just tap that just to hold it, just to switch. Like, just like if I'm like oncoming traffic and it's like a little too bright. And I'm just tapping it like that at the bottom, but see that? Just mashing it like that, mashing in. It'll just quickly cycle from white to the yellow. Or the amber, I like to call it amber. And that goes back up there. That's when you can just, the one up top here, seems like it does, you know, change them to the solid colors like this. And you can, your high beams and stuff. I don't know if you have to hold it for the high beam, but all of them seem to be high beam. I'm not going to really be able to tell till I put this thing on really at night. But they are, when I say super bright, they are crazy bright. But I have to really read that manual to see what's up. Now, one thing I will say though, I don't like one thing about, I think I'm gonna have to wire that yellow wire. Like if you see this wire right here, I think I'm gonna run this wire into the fuse box. I've seen a guy do that, and that way when you turn the bike off, the lights will turn off automatically. I don't want it to stay on like that and just be draining the battery. Like hold on, let me see if I can turn it off right quick. See, if I turn it off, see that blue light is still on? So that's gonna be pulling off of my battery regardless. I don't like that. So I believe the way the guy did it, he ran this wire into the fuse box. That's what I'm gonna do. That way, when I turn this thing off, hopefully that eliminates that just constant drawing off of the battery. Now, I got a kill switch for my radio and stuff like that. Or, you know, one of them flip off switches where it just cut the power. I have that for my radio system, but I don't need this stuff to be draining my battery, because I can't be getting out here in the street, going long distance and mess around, get somewhere, get ready to leave, and I can't start the bike. You know, we can't do that. So that's what I'm going with that. But I mean, you got to love that. Look how bright that is. Man, that's going to change the game for me. Just having that is where you can see, it makes you feel more comfortable riding longer distance, riding later at night, and just messing around a little bit more because you got that you got that for you. See that? Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh yeah. Look at that. It's got all kind of like settings, man. But like I say, let me quit playing because something told me, man, let's go ahead and hook them up and see what happens, you know. You hold that top switch, you just hold it, and that cuts it off. So next thing you see, it will be me either mid-install and the final or something like this. That's where we're going. I'm outside getting ready to start this little project. Here's my tools, couple of sockets, and the instructions, which I need to break it down. I ain't even worried about this. And I'm noticing that they call it the KEWG K11 Auxiliary lights. So instead of trying to remember that name, just remember that. And if you decide you want to pick this kit up, and I'm doing my Suzuki Boulevard M109. I got to take this tank off. I already got the seat off. It's dirty in there, so enough stuff is hooked up to it. God, this battery is going to take a beating. Here's the fuse box. It's supposed to connect it to the ACC or something. So I'm gonna figure it all out in here. I think I'm gonna take that bolt off to try to get to this tank. I've had that tank off. I just forgot how I took it off. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I got some done. All my tools are stuck over there. Had to check and make sure my lights didn't get cut off, but I'm wired. I decided to put them down low. Got that one in down low, and it's like as I thought, going to be very small, inconspicuous. You ain't gonna be able to see it that much. I don't have everything locked down because I don't want it to be locked down yet. Got to put this on this side so I can. Here, I don't want it over there by my throttle trying to push nothing. It should be on this side. You decide to put yours on, put it on this side. You can just reach over to it and keep it moving. You don't want to have nothing twisting over here. You definitely not over there. Over here on the left side. Where you ain't want to be like where you're twisting your throttle trying to, you know. So this is the side you want it on. The wires are not connected here. And that's the last hoorah. He's trying to figure that out. I could just plug them up and turn them on, but like I told y'all before, I wanted to wire this yellow wire up to, I guess, the fuse box somehow. I don't know how to do it really, but I'm gonna figure it out. Keep on moving. So I just only had these lights on just to make sure when I was running my wires, I didn't disconnect anything, which I did disconnect one, the lights on the front wheel, but I found it connected right back up, no big deal. Tie strapped everything. This one over here is kind of funky. The way I got it tied to that brake line or whatever right there, which is, at least it's holding it out the way. That's all I really want. Shouldn't be no big problem with that. So I'll show you the final results later. Well, here we go. I'm trying to adjust these lights, but the thing about these lights is they are super duper hot. So they will burn you if you're trying to. That's the brightness of them joints. Bright. Super duper bright. And I'm gonna show y'all how trash my regular lights are. My regular lights are not even worth even talking about. Now that's just the bright. Turn it off right quick. Let me show y'all what my regular lights are. They are trash. No, look at this. This is my regular lights. And the lights are, this camera is actually doing it a favor, but it's nothing, man. It's like, it's crazy, man. Look at this. And it's weak. It's really weak. It's like, I'm like, this is amazing that I can't even get nothing with that. Then you turn these on, and you're like, oh man. It's kind of like when you go to the doctor, and you're like, I'm cool. I don't need an eye exam. I can see very good. Then they put them little lenses on and start switching. And what did they look like? What they look like? You're like, oh my God, I can see. Never knew I was blind before. But yeah, that's it. Once I get to lock them down, and then I don't have it wired up right. I just put the positive, negative wires on and just hooked it up just so I can try to adjust the lights. Disconnect it till I can figure out which is the ACC line, so I can try to connect this thing. Might be above my pay grade, but I'm gonna see what I can do. But it's still a fun bike. I love my bike. I get these lights sorted out. But that's what they look like. Turn my lights off. And let me see. Let me turn these off. Let's just see what the fun lights look like. That's your good time lights. Very nice. Very nice. Trying to make it where I don't blind folk, but I gotta see too. That's all I can tell you. I gotta see just like everybody else gotta see. Yeah, but them things get smoking hot. And it says hot on them. Like, you know, you're looking at them, it says hot. Like on top of the actual light itself. On one side it says hot. And that's the side I got facing up. The part that says hot. So, how many times I'm gonna say hot? But yeah, enough playing with this thing. I'm kind of exhausted and kind of hungry. Been playing with this thing ever since I got off work. But I hope you like this video. If you do like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And tell me, what do I do with that yellow wire? The ACC, how do I hook that up? I don't know. I haven't never done that before, so I'll figure it out by reading, but it's gonna take more time. And if y'all could tell me, that'll work out just beautiful. Have a great night, and go. And I don't know who you're going for, Timberwolves or OKC. I'm here to tell you, it should be a battle. But hey, y'all like, comment, subscribe to the video, and let me see you again in the comments.